Hey guys, welcome to another episode of A Little Art Podcast. I am A Little Art. I'm a cartoonist. I'm an art instructor, and I'm here just talking my brand, what I do, and welcome. Working on podcast again is always it's always fun. It's a treat. It's a bit therapeutic. It's I like to share my personal views, and if it's something that you could reflect, that's even better because that's what my purpose of my podcast. I want to shout out all my awesome Patreons that support in all forms. I do have Patreon. I am on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. And with that being said, talking on today's podcast, I just really want to just go over like what I have plans for the New Year's, as much as more as like what I hope to achieve. I know all of us have some sort a goal. My vision board. We all have that form of how does it go? It's like it's kind of like your I'm trying to put it the word together, but I guess it's pretty much just a resolution for the year. I know some of it is possible and I'm capable of, and other parts are like as much as I can. So I try to, and I would encourage this as well, just from self speaking, but trying to get myself to be more out there from the year before is I just try to put out more goals. And if I can at least knock out a few compared to what I did last year, even better. So with that said, I do have my notes from my journal, and to top that off, I got into journaling. I gotta ask, do you guys journal? Do you write out your day? Do you write out what is it that you're trying to get out? Do you write down bullet points? Do you look at things that you have to get completed, and at the end of the day or during the day, do you get to check mark? Part of the fun for me in my journaling is I get to go back and I get to either cross out what I just did or just be able to say, hey, I got that done. Or even if I didn't, it's on my to-do list. So I do have a journal that I've had since actually last winter, that I'm filling up the page. I write out a couple of sentences. I write out what I want to accomplish for that day. What could I do for the week? What could I get completed? And I just reflect on it. So you're always told about journaling. You're always told about diaries, but I still don't get it. But I encourage it. If you get like just a little notebook, I get mine from like the Dollar Tree, and just write down notes. Just even if I don't have my notebook, I write on Post-its. I even write in my sketchbook, and then I rip out the page and put back into my sketchbook, or I mean my journal book. So journal. Let's get into journaling. So yeah, that's one of my things that I will continue on for the new year as a creative being. Making art again is just part of my routine. It's in my DNA. I have to make art. Do you feel like you feel lost without it? I know I do. I'm always looking to grow. I never think of my work as complete because I'm a student, and though I work with students myself, I'm a student at learning, and working with the youth keeps me consistent, especially as a stylized cartoonist. As far as my stuff is like cartoony. And quite frankly, when I did attend school, I did study as more of a realistic style, but drawing cartoony has been what has been getting me more of attention. And it's just one of those things that stood out as when I do art shows or comic conventions or just creating content in general. I know that not everybody would dig what I do, but being your own style is definitely the thing that you would, I guess, go farther in that. So I don't want to go too far off of that of segue of this what I'm talking about right now, but being yourself, creating your content, get into the habit of just looking at your work as far as what can you learn from it, I'm always learning. I always try to understand how I interpret an illustration, an art piece. Where does my eyes go? What do I want the viewer to get from that? And where do their eyes go when they're staring at the picture? Creating characters, especially working on graphic novel of The Element Factor. Yes, I am still working on Element Factor. I'm on book 4. I'm quite proud of that. Book 4 is a lot of non-action in this half of the story. The other half will be, but it's like I'm pushing through, interacting, standing around, and probably sounds like, well, that should be easy. You're just doing close-ups of the heads. Just zooms out. They're on a couch and they're just, they're kids, they're talking back and forth. But it's for myself, I don't know if you guys could relate with that. I know what they would say, but it's more of like pushing through. And I have it marked. How I write in storyboards. So I pretty much have between, it says 8 to 10 pages that will consist of content that I'm literally dreading. But I know it's more of self looking to do other stuff that will fill my void of completing the pages, but I am working on Element Factor. So I'm pushing for my new year of 2026 to get this book completed. And again, I'm really having a good time. My art style has changed. I don't want to say it's drastically, but it's gotten more dynamic, and even the facial expressions. I have eye pupils. I mean, the simplest thing of the way I could explain it is that you could know a difference just by the face and the eyes. So before I just had dots for eyes, and now they have actual pupils and they have color eyes and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited for people to see as far as a comparison of what I've working on for the last 10 years of Element Factor. Again, if you guys don't know and heard from the previous podcast where I speak about my Creator Room character, the Element Factor, the elevator pitch is basically American Idol meets Superhero Kids. But because my characters have elemental-esque powers, that's why they're on this show. But there's more to it. It's about family. It's about just more of just like wacky silliness and a play on how we show product placement, if that makes sense. So you'll see stuff about gym shoes, soft drinks. You're kind of like a Pokemon card, and I do this mix blend in there, but it's about kids making friends, and I just want to keep it just simple, just saying it's American Idol meets a superhero kid. So I'm excited. I've already drew out with single issues. There were 3 books, and then as well as appearing in Power Punch Boot Camp. Shout out to Ellie. Happy 2026. And yeah, my characters appeared in different formats, but finishing this graphic novel is on my my bucket list. I just have to put this nail in that coffin, and I get to move on to other products. Not to say that once I'm completed with this project, I will end it. I just have other character stories that I want to move around on this so-called stove and make room for it. So I'm excited. And plus I have this guy named Alley Cat that definitely takes up a lot of my time. He's a good kind of trouble, and I want to get his stories out as well too. My other projects is more of an adventure, a bunch of characters that are Vikings, so I need to get those out. Shout outs to Ocean Marauder. But most of all of that, being creative creating content in the form of art it's in me. It's I wake up thinking about it. I go to bed thinking about it. So yeah, that's pretty much in that nutshell of me as a creator I bring up. But I do speak of hopefully completing more goals that even expected. So with that said, I do teach after school arts in the Chicago area, primarily in the Little Village area. Shout out to my Little Village crew with my students. my goal and objective teaching is pretty much cheerleading. I just want kids to just be creative. It's not that you can always be on this your phone, tablet, anything like that. But just make art, and we don't really have that in these schools, and a lot of that's being removed. So as long as I can do it, it's a treat. It's very rewarding. It's hey, go make your own version of a Pokemon card. Hey, go make a sticker. Hey, make a comic strip, fold the paper and staple it in half. That's what pretty much what I do. So, but shout outs to my art teachers that bring in the fundamentals that we do have at schools that do have art. So that's my thing. On that note, I am going back and getting my teacher certificate. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't really posted or explained, but I hope when I get further along the line to get these courses together, I will be more talkative. But I guess you guys hear it first on Lyra Art Podcast. And I get to add that to my belt. So besides actually teaching these workshops, I get to actually have a certificate to teach, which my goal is would be the middle school creating art. So I'm throwing my hat in there, and I just want to try, and I think we all should want to try. So that's one of my goals for the 2026 is as far as my wild card, more so of what I have to get into doing. I want to continue on doing my workshops. If I could do murals around the area, if anybody's looking for murals here in the Chicago area and you guys want my Alley CAD, I'm happy to have an illustration of Alley CAD for any restaurants, any kind of deal of that. But it's very exciting. It's very cool to be asked to do that. I look forward to creating more products, some commerce, some print on demand. So I look forward to making more coloring books. Coloring books is another art thing that I do. I have folders and folders of artwork, of stock art, none of that AI stuff. And that's for another episode and to talk about. But I have my create our own characters and content that I would love to just put up on these coloring books and have some kind of an adventure and just post that. But that's on my to-do list. But yeah, it's definitely just, I'm really excited. I'm very appreciative, very grateful, and to have people appreciate what I do as a cartoonist and teacher. So yeah, it's very interesting. I do want to have more outlets with my art that pertain not only for as a creative in the sense of drawing, but to have something as to have you like think about, as well as how would you create your character, not anything for myself, but for you to pass along for yourself and on forward. Just like me suggesting like you should get into journaling, making stuff that would pertain to you. So look forward to that. I do look forward to these goals, that I look forward to having more of this part of my life as an artist, an illustrator, cartoonist, and as well as a podcaster. Wow, that's another thing that I need to push more of. I will not lie and tell you that I think about it. I do get texts from people. I do get posts on different socials. I do see posts on like the Googles and all that, and a Lyra Art Podcast pops up. But I understand it has to be consistent because this is how our world is. And to post daily, I need to do more of that. So this is my first one of the year. I gotta have more out of there. So this week I gotta at least do a couple of more, and I would love to add to the podcast guests. So I would love to have more people talking. I want to get my views for my guests and have that. I have people who I've spoken to before, and shout outs to those people that were there before. And shout outs to you, Reef, my brother from another mother, that's always there, and definitely looking forward to speaking to him about comics, life, music, wrestling, all that. And I hope to be on his podcast. So there you go, Reef. I'm calling you out. I need to be on your podcast soon. So yeah, this podcast today is a mix mash of what I look forward to for the 2026. So with that being said, not that it's not being said. I don't know why I say that, but I do. I want to push more of the 2026 brand, and a lot of people are seeing it. A lot of people ask what's the next thing, but yeah, just more creating. I want to do more travels. I want to do more art events. Shout outs to you guys that have galleries and stores. If you guys are ever needing some artwork filler, please give me a shout outs. And if you guys have a theme towards that, I can contribute to that. And if you guys don't like Alley Cat, that's on you guys. But I always have a character that I can incorporate in there. But to be front to say is a lot of people like the characters that I provide. So you guys that do love Alley Cat, he loves you guys. He's just very feral. You know, he's a cat. He screams, he meows. Let me get a drink of water real quick. It's just talking. Just you get dry mouth. There you go. But with that being said, everybody, shout outs to you guys that dig the stuff I do. But yeah, you guys got to do a couple of gallery shows last year, and let's double up on that for this year. So I'm putting that out there. This is my putting out the universe type deal. More socializing. Need to be at more events. I kind of come off as this is not my words. This is what I've been told. You're like a mystical unicorn. You appear and you don't appear, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of my thing. I'm use the word introvert. I'm an introvert, extra. If you talk to me and we have some like bond where we talk, I'm an extrovert and I will talk and talk and talk. But with that, I'm just pretty much to myself. But if there are shows and if there's any events, please let me know. I am totally down. And even if it's out of state and you guys need some artwork to be sent out, hit me up. Let me know. In this social media platform of TikTok, Instagram, Facebooky, Blue Sky, Twitter. Let's see. There's just all these outlets where people are needing that kind of connection, and Allure Art provides that, and I enjoy it. So making the connection is part of my art growth, and I think that's what is for everyone else, and that's like a no-brainer. It's like how you connect. Working at Chicago Public Schools, my audience with my students and the parents always ask for the cat guy. I'm the cat guy, by the way, Alley Cat, that is. They appreciate, or I'm told they ask for the cat guy. So incorporating my art, I just like to continue on with that, rather it be in my comic form. Apparel, stickers is definitely a big thing. So shout outs to you guys that have an Alley Cat sticker. Support Alley Cat and all that. So yeah, it's I feel like it's like just different directions where I'm going right now with speaking about the 2026, but definitely digging the fact that I have opportunity to create. So regardless of any events or shows that don't go on, I'm still gonna push the mark as well as I should. So I look forward to that. But yeah, in brand form of being on different socials, especially like right now, you guys probably hear it right now on Spotify or YouTube. YouTube last year I got to create my AllureArt.tv, and that's pretty much my YouTube channel where I post my podcast, where I post daily posts of artwork, screenshots to quick drawings. I just like to incorporate that. And just to be frank, it's a lot of hats to wear. And how do you guys relate to that? Do you have, are you in the same kind of situation? And if so, does it take a lot out of you? Because I'll let you know, it gets, to me, I have to say the word overwhelmed. If I get overwhelmed, I got to step back. If I'm seen to like show another like live stream or some kind of quick draw, it takes a lot out of me. And I don't know, do you guys relate to that? I always ask the viewers, can you guys relate to that? I do Whatnot. I have not done Whatnot in a minute. It's basically, I call it eBay on steroids. And I'll go live and I'll just draw. And I know at times that I look forward to people asking me when I will be on the next show. But I've caught myself to actually go back and step back from where I'm working on to just not posting. But I got to get back into that. So shout out to you guys that are on those platforms like a Whatnot or my YouTube live. I appreciate you guys, and I have to, and look forward to posting more of that in the future with that. Let's see, what's another thing? I'm working on my mental health with the journaling, talking with therapists, working with the youth, like feeling useful. Part of me is like, my if I'm not doing anything for myself, I want to help others, and I think that's just part of in the human being of you should want to do that. Like it doesn't make sense to keep your skills or your talent or your personality. If you're a really cruddy person, don't do it. But if you work with people and you have good validation to help and good a mind on that, please do. I mean, I'm still working on my brain, but working with other people is part of my daily. Makes me feel good. It makes me feel useful. It makes the day worth getting up, knowing that you could at least help out. And I learned as a teacher that though the students don't show it in their facial expressions, it's so funny working as a teacher, but it does come back. So I've witnessed students that attend my school and come back and they'll mention key moments or tell me they still have artwork that I've created for them. And I won't lie, it gets you kind of like gets you in the feels, makes you want to go chop up onions because you're doing that. So guys, try to be more compassionate for humanity, help them. It doesn't take a lot. I try to incorporate something daily, and we just need more of that in this world. And being that I'm very blessed and very grateful to participate in that, seeing how certain things are going on, and like don't like to bring in more of what's spoken of how the world is going on right now, but we definitely need more humanitarians and more people to help your fellow man, especially if they're down, especially if it's in situations of invoking fear. Let's turn that around. So I try to do that as part of my job, and I give thanks to my upbringing of that. So thank you, everybody around me that makes me who I am. So being with my art, being with my focus as a teacher, it's it's what the thing that I'm trying to say right now is that it's what molds me as a creative. So it all comes back and all goes around. So when I'm making my comic, it reflects my stuff as an educator, and as an educator reflects my art. So it's just part of me, and I'm most appreciative of making my work. I do get into parts where I've gotten better, where before I would have a bit of the imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, it's like you don't think you are the person for it, but you self-doubtly think you can't. But reality is you're capable. So I've dealt with that before, and I'm still working on it, but I've gotten better. I look forward to this year where I could help myself as well as other people's in any ways that try to get out of that funk of thinking that they can't. But this year it's just New Year who dis type of mentality. So I look forward to that. So as I get closer to this marking of this audio podcast, which again, shout outs to you guys that listen. Shout outs to you guys that follow Alero Art Podcast in all platforms, aleroart.tv. Being a creative is just one of the things that I'm very fortunate. And I've been told with other people that, hey, you found what you're looking for, what you're supposed to be doing. No, I'm just trying stuff. I'm throwing stuff against the wall, and whatever doesn't stick, I try other stuff, and you should too. That is what I want to wrap this audio up with saying is like, the worst you could do is not try, and we all heard that before. And it's weird to say it to not only. I could understand telling the youth that, but telling adults like I'm too late. No, it's too late when the wheels fall off. Like that's what it is. But God bless my mom, she would always color and make art in her older age and before her passing, that she was just she always made an effort. And you don't have to be coloring and you don't have to be doing that. You just have to do it. You just have to do a project. You have to you always want to challenge yourself. And the great David Bowie, he always says it's don't be too comfortable what you're working on. Try to step in. His metaphor was, if you're in the water in a pool, try to step a little bit into the little bit of the deep end, not all the way, but a little bit, just so you could know that you have a little bit of that fear in you, that you know that you could go back just a bit, but you want to try to go a little bit deeper to know that you could tread the water or tread yourself. And his metaphor with that is like, should always try to get out of your little comfort zone. We all have that form, and I have it, and I'm certain if whoever's listening has that too. But with that, you have to want to try a little bit more. So this year, I speak for myself, just more teaching, more graphic novel, comics, more murals, more invitations of being at art events, participating in the art scene. That's what I plan to do, and continue on for the coming years. Being a creative person is it's just this is all I do. I look forward to meeting new people, you guys that listen to that. Love to hear your opinions. I love to hear what you guys think about what you're working on. So with that said, I'm going to start to wrap this up, and I want to say thank you all that got to listen to today's episode. FYI, this was really kind of hard for me to post this episode today because I didn't know how to jump into it, but I got it done, and now I get to work on the next couple right now. So that's how I do them. I do them in batches. Oops, I guess I revealed a secret about how podcasters work. But for myself, not everybody works back to back, but for myself, I get to work on another one. So with that, I appreciate you guys all. Much love. Shout outs to you guys. Give a follow. I'm Alero Art. I am a cartoonist here in Chicago. I'm an educator. I look forward to having a wonderful 2026 and beyond. I look forward to meeting you guys. Guys, give a follow. Everything is Alero Art. You guys can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter, YouTube. That's aleroart.tv. And you guys can check out my aleroart.com. So give shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to Alley Cat. Alley Cat has some wacky adventures I need to post up more, but I look forward to it. Why? Because it's the year of the horse, and he makes a horse friend in his next comic adventure, and I look forward to you guys checking it out. So that's what's up. Look forward to the next one. Peace out, and see you on the next one. Bye.